Welcome to Diane's Homestyle Cooking. Today we're going to make Blueberry Belgian Waffles. So I'm going to mix 1 cup of butter with 2 eggs. And I'm just going to beat it until they're mixed. And then I will gradually add my sugar, which is 1 1/4 cup. Just going to mix this till it's nice and creamy. You're going to need 2 eggs. And then I'm going to gradually add 1 1/4 cup of sugar. Now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Then I'm going to add 3 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. But I'm going to also mix in at the same time 1 cup of water and 3/4 cups of blueberry juice. Now I just use this one and it's called Just Blueberry. And so what I did is I diluted it. So like I said, I had 3/4 cups of this juice, but it was diluted. You also need 1/8 teaspoon of baking powder. And I'm just going to beat it until it's mixed. You don't want to overbeat it. I'm just trying to beat it until it's mixed. I'm going to start to add my blueberry juice. So now I'm just going to finish putting the rest of the flour into the bowl and mix it with the remaining juice. which is made by Polliner, and it's all fruit. And I'm going to add this whole jar to the mixture. Looks really good. I'm just going to make sure everything is mixed well before I take it off the mixer. So we're finished with this stuff, and now we're going to show you the waffle iron that I use. This is the original box that my Belgian Waffle Maker came in, and it was made here in the United States. And I don't know if this waffle iron is still available in the United States. And I was really happy to be able to find a Belgian Waffle Maker here in the United States. The iron takes about 10 minutes to heat up, and as you can see, this iron is pretty deep. It appears to be about 1 inch. So what you'll need is a plastic fork to lift the waffles out, and you'll need to have a rack to put them on. And I'm going to use a half a cup to take the batter out and pour it into the iron. And you're going to need to have a little spatula, and you're going to need to have some cooking spray. Now I like to have something behind here so when I open it to take my waffle out, I have something to rest on. You just want to be careful around children because this iron does get very hot. Make sure that the iron is hot enough. And I like to spray the top as well as the bottom. So they don't take very long. I'll just keep an eye on them and make sure they brown to the desired color that I need. So let's see how these turned out. They're done. Whew. It's a little trick just to take these out. But here we go. Now I'm going to put my next ones in. I'd like to put a little spray. They sure do smell good. I guarantee you that your children will really like these. My children always loved these waffles, and I also have a friend's little boy that just loved my waffles. So I always enjoyed making it for him. And he used to like to take my Belgian waffles to school. So if he had to eat on the go, he used to like his Auntie Diane's Belgian waffles. They're almost ready. There was a young man I met at a spice store, and he was interested in possibly cooking one day or having his own business or stand. So I told him I would come up with some Belgian waffles and create a new recipe. And this is the recipe I made for this young man. And I hope he tries them and I hope he likes them. Oh, they look good. So these are the last two that I was able to get from the recipe that we made. And it did make 12 Belgian waffles. Now that we're done, I'm just going to show you different ways that you can put toppings on them. The best way that I like to eat the Belgian waffle is to make a glaze for them. So I put a cup of confection sugar in here, and now I'm going to pour milk, and I'm just going to mix it a little bit at a time. So when your waffles are nice and warm, oh my goodness, these waffles taste so good. And I really do like blueberry waffles. You don't want it too drippy, you want a little bit thickness to it. So as you can see, that's a pretty good consistency. Husband will say, don't be skimpy on the glaze. So I just like to drip it off some so it just doesn't make a big mess. And then just go to the next. So after you put the glaze on, I like to let it dry. If you're not going to eat it right away, I just let it dry, cool off completely, and then I put it into the freezer. I just use little lunch baggies and I put it into the freezer, and then if my husband wants to grab one for a snack and if he gets a sweet tooth, they're always available for him. And he kind of enjoys that. After working outside, sometimes you want something sweet. So I like knowing that I have something in the freezer for him. You could also put some butter on your waffle that is nice and warm, and then you can add some maple syrup, or you can choose to put some blueberry syrup. And I think the blueberry syrup would be just fantastic with these blueberry waffles. The other thing that you can do is you can just take some powdered sugar and you're just gonna sprinkle it on. So if you don't want it too sweet, this is also another great option. If you do make these waffles, I would love for you to leave a comment below. And I would just like to add that if you'd like to help to support our channel, please hit subscribe and like. Thank you so much for watching.